What if I told you that in the next few minutes you'll know how to build a world? I built a world inspired by the Roman Empire. I did it to show you how you yourself can build your own world, like a pro.
I'm a professional. This is what I do.
In this video, we're unlocking the secrets of world building. I will show you how you, in the simplest way possible, can create your own world, whether for a story, role-playing game, or anything beyond that. This is a comprehensive but straight to the point guide on how to world build like a professional. Am I a pro? Not really. I'm simply manifesting. This channel shall turn me into one. And you as well, if you want to be part of this journey.
I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure.
World building is the process of constructing a fictional world, often for use as a setting in creative works such as literature, television, games, or other forms of storytelling. This involves the creation of various elements that contribute to the depth and coherence of the fictional world, including geography, history, cultures, and languages. World building aims to make the imaginary world feel immersive, consistent, and believable, providing a rich backdrop for narratives to unfold. I've done this for over 15 years. I will now bring what I've discovered to you.
My time has come.
My greatest struggle in relation to world building is procrastination. I've come to the conclusion that procrastination is a result of feeling overwhelmed. Where should I even begin? How many worlds have been denied their existence because of that question? World building, while a rewarding creative process, can come with its own set of challenges. Some of the most common struggles people encounter are in fact related to creativity, as well as research. The question, how to world build like a pro, should therefore be broken down into two questions. Where should you begin? And how do you come up with great ideas for your world? So, let's answer these questions. Let's ascend this illusory mountain and reveal its true nature as nothing more than a humble hill.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
To help us with this, let's fill in this form I've created. By the end of this video, you will have your whole world written down on one simple page. Through this process, I turned Rome into a dark futuristic war dystopia. Let me show you how I did it. First, we obviously have to answer the first question. Where should we begin? Every world built is based or inspired by something. Sometimes it's an event, sometimes a time period, but in truth, it can be anything. Tolkien's Middle-earth drew inspiration from a convergence of his Catholic faith, deep love of mythology and folklore, and personal experiences during World War I. George Martin's world, on the other hand, draws significant inspiration from historical events, notably the Wars of the Roses. The echoes of the medieval period further enhance the authenticity of Martin's world. George Lucas's incorporation of Eastern philosophy into his universe is notably exemplified in the broader concept of the Force. Yoda's pattern of speech is more or less an ancient text.
Do or do not. There is no try.
The answer is straightforward. Steal like an artist. The secret lies in transforming what already exists.
Oh, he's stealing! He's stealing!
Even fair use says so. I based my world for this video on 3 separate inspirations. My advice is to not pick too many. It will turn your world into an incoherent mess. I usually aim for 1 to 3 inspirations. Inspiration often stems from a diverse array of sources, ranging from mythology and literature to historical events and cultural traditions. It's through the exploration of real-world nuances and the interplay of varied inspirations that some of the most influential and interesting universes have come to existence. My primary source, from which I will draw inspiration from, is of course the Roman Empire. This means that the core foundation of the world will be based on minor and major elements from the Roman Empire. People love to overcomplicate things. For long, so did I. Just pick what you're passionate about or have an interest for.
Hello, today we're going to do the top 10 plastic chairs enthusiasts would die to own. Number 10, the US Leisure Big and Tall.
World building is a long journey, and research is a major part of achieving something worthy. You have to enjoy the process. If you have to force yourself into exploring a subject, then stop. My secondary reference will be the period of the Three Kingdoms, not only because it's my favorite historical period, but also because it fits well with my primary source of reference. Ever since I started to play Dynasty Warriors some 20 years ago, my fascination for the romance of the Three Kingdoms has just grown. I even bought the books. At first, I decided that these 2 sources would be enough, and that is completely fine. No need to add things just for the sake of adding things. But as I was making this video, out of nowhere, an idea was born, which made me add a third inspiration. the period of the conquistadors. With these 3 points of references, I felt ready to move on to the next question. The first one, where do I even start, had been answered. Let me know your list of inspirations. It's fun to share and to see what other people are interested in. Show me how much of a nerd you really are. I wanna judge you. Now, we have to answer the second question. How do you come up with great ideas for your world? Steal and transform from your sources of inspiration. Alright, that's the end of the video. But before you do that, I have a question for you. What is the purpose of your world? Are you creating a role-playing game? Are you writing a story? Is it a book, movie, or maybe a TV series? Different mediums and genres demand unique approaches to world building. For example, role-playing games need to provide a dynamic and engaging setting for players to explore. For written narratives, the world should enhance the storytelling by providing a backdrop that influences characters, themes, and plot development. Visual storytelling, on the other hand, requires consideration for the world's aesthetic, architecture, and visual elements. In my case, and for the sake of this video, I've decided that my world is the basis for a role-playing game. The 4 cornerstones of a world are setting, laws, characters, and conflicts. It is from your sources of inspiration that you shall bring in material to construct your house. Here's the deal, you can either do this step by step as you go along, or start by brainstorming a list of concepts and elements you find intriguing. Nonetheless, things will inevitably overlap. If you're already interested in something, it's very likely that you already know a decent amount about the topic. The setting should cover things like geography, history, and culture, to name some stuff. The original idea of this video was, what if peak Rome survived into modern times, or even into the future? My prediction is a possible conquest of the whole planet, eventually even beyond it, into space, if Rome got it Rome's way. That is the idea I want to play with. The question then becomes, which laws are we playing by? What are the physics? Is this Earth with an alternate history, a parallel universe, or what? I had to think long and hard before I committed to an answer. I decided to be transformative, to give myself some freedom. It is its own universe, some would claim a parallel universe. A famous Roman term is mare nostrum. It translates to our sea and refers to the Mediterranean Sea, which the Roman Empire fully encompassed. I'm stealing this element and transforming it. There are 3 neighboring solar systems. The home system, where the home planet is, Colony A, and Colony B, a triangle of stars. These 3 systems, including the space in between them, will be referred to as our space. What began as our sea evolved to our planet, and further on to our space. As you've witnessed, we're dealing with a futuristic Roman Empire inspired world. The timeline is as follows. We've gone from a united empire into a prosperous republic, and we currently find ourselves in a 3-way civil war between the 3 most influential houses. The 3 solar systems are divided between them, and so is the home planet. As a result, the whole area known as our space is destabilized and weak to outer threats. It is said that those who rule the home planet rule the whole system. A failed coup attempt from one of the houses has led to the Republic splitting into 3 warring factions. This conflict is inspired by the 3 kingdoms, a time when China was divided in 3 after the Han dynasty fell. The easiest way to find a compelling conflict is to look into your world's history. An empire, for example, is built on a lot of terror and trauma. Those occupied will surely want to break free if an opportunity shows itself. The fall of an empire is more tumultuous than even its rise, said someone, probably. If not, then let it be known that I said so. This is where we're at. A world builder is a tamer of chaos. It is our task to turn chaos into order, and it starts with the conflict. Ask yourself, what is the state of your world? Explore the world order and the politics.
China.
As for the characters, it's self-explanatory. Who populates the world? Who's the main cast? I'm dealing with 3 major houses, inspired by the 3 battling sides in the 3 kingdoms. Each house represents key characteristics: virtue, ambition, and tradition. It's a struggle for rulership, or rather, a Game of Thrones, which by now we should understand is simply human nature, said I, again. Another concept I'm stealing from the 3 kingdoms is its heroes, the generals, strategists, princes, and princesses. There is so much to work with here. I could even add characters based on chats like Marcus Aurelius, Spartacus, and why not Hannibal.
5 for 10, strongly built, about 180 pounds.
Another element I want to add are the conquistadors. Like the Europeans found their way to the Americas, so shall the space explorers of my world find their way to new worlds and bring with them the religion and culture, with force if necessary. At this stage, the world is building itself. I don't have to do much. Laws and rules which your world functions through are often overlooked or even dealt with nonchalantly. In my opinion, this is where consistency is established. Your world will fail if you fail this part. Once again, your mission as a world builder is to bring order to chaos. How do you do that? Laws. A law could be that space travel is possible. The question then becomes, is there life elsewhere, or are the people of my world alone? In this case, let's decide that life on other systems is extremely rare, but not non-existent. Another law can be that the reason for it seeming like life is rare on other systems is because it exists on other planes. Some planets, while physical, might have life that exists in a different dimension, which can make it appear as if there is no life. And thus your 4 cornerstones are established. Any idea within the house is part of your world. When researching for inspiration, write down the concepts that intrigue you. Keep what exists within your square and don't be afraid of dismissing that which does not fit. Be ruthless. There are so many tools to utilize, no excuse to not take advantage of it. We have AI technology, sites like Pinterest. I've even made my own template for this process. The link is available in the description. Simply download the Google Doc. Through this process, specifically for this video, I built a world inspired by the Roman Empire.
Our space spans 3 neighboring solar systems. What began as RC evolved into a triumvirate of stars, each presided over by a powerful house. Following a period of unity and prosperity, the realm now grapples with a turbulent 3-way civil war. 3 major houses, embodying virtue, ambition, and tradition, vie for control over the home planet, believing it holds dominion over the entire system. Amidst this power play, spacefaring conquistadors explore new worlds and impose their culture through force, if necessary. The quest for life on other systems reveals not only physical planets, but also dimensions where life may exist beyond the visible realm. The fall of an empire unfolds in a tumultuous dance of power, strategy, and the mysteries of the cosmos.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Our space spans 3 neighboring.
Now it's your turn to apply what you may have learned to embark on your own world-building journey. I'm looking forward to hearing your world-building experiences.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Thank you so much for your time.